Let's take you to Mali, where lawmakers in the country have approved a plan allowing the military government to rule for up to 5 years, despite regional sanctions imposed on the country over delayed elections. The army-dominated legislature also decided that the country's interim president cannot stand for a future democratic election as part of the same bill.
Recall that after staging a coup in the impoverished Sahel state in August 2020, Mali's military rulers initially promised to stage a vote in February 2022. We do have from our research desk, Babatunde Oguntimehin, who joins us this morning to take a look at this, as you've been following very closely what's been happening in Mali. Now, Mali's parliament has approved a 5-year democratic transition plan. We're not talking about 4, we're talking about 5 years. Now, how do you react to this, first of all?
Good morning, Oluchi. Good morning, Joe. What is happening in Mali is quite interesting. I mean, you see sanctions and international condemnation trailing the coup in Mali on one side, and then you see the parliament trying to put a seal of legitimacy on the act. I mean, giving them 5 years for their democratic transition plan. While some are saying 5 years might not just be too much, especially if you consider what has been happening in Mali recently. France and its allies are leaving Mali, so Mali has a war against insurgency in its hands. Moreover, the coup, I mean, the sanctions are biting hard too in Mali, so it has the economy to work hard too, aside trying to conduct a credible election. Some also feel that for a very serious government, you don't need 5 years to, I mean, put a government in place, organize election, and put a credible government in place. For example, ECOWAS, the quarrel between ECOWAS, AU, and the Mali was as a result of not giving a credible timetable through which a new government might come in. So most of these things are very tricky. We've seen the parliament now ratifying the plan, the government brought into place, the military government brought up. So, I mean, we can only wait and see how this will pan out in the next few days.
Now, Babatunde, while some might view this as a threat, some other people see this as an opportunity of some sort. Now, with the new development in Mali, do you think this will change the balance in the relationship between ECOWAS and even the African Union?
That relationship is not about to change in a hurry, because let's take our time back to last year when the real coup started. The grounds AU and ECOWAS had with Mali was because the time it's given, because the elections were supposed to take place in February, it didn't take place. That was why the sanctions was brought in place. But aside that, what Mali has done is that it has given a 5-year timeline, although the date is not yet exact. That is what the ECOWAS wants it to do. It wants to bring the new government into place in the nearest possible time. But with this happening, there might be some give and take, but I don't think it will be in a very short time. We will see Mali, we'll see the coup, I mean, the Mali joining the Committee of Nations again, or probably lifting of the coup coming to place very soon.
Well, now that France and its allies are actually leaving Mali and it is still battling with sanctions, like you have also mentioned, from the regional blocs, how does Mali cope amid all of these crises? How do you think they will actually fare?
Mali definitely has a whole lot on its hands right now, like what I said the other time. There's the war of insurgency is still there, and France is no more there, so it has a whole lot on its hands. And the economy too, because of the sanctions, the economy is not in a good shape. The debts are increasing and piling up, and it has an election on its hands. So France, definitely Mali knows is coming. You know, there are so many things to happen in the next few years. At least the 5 years might have his hands very full. But we are looking forward to a situation where, as time goes on, there will be some horse trading between AU, ECOWAS, and Mali. Now that a transition plan is now in place, we hear ECOWAS saying too that the person who is negotiating on their behalf, that's our former president, Goodluck Jonathan, will be in Mali by Thursday. So we'll see, once they start talking, we'll see how this will go on, and then hopefully the people of the Malians might have a very soft landing in the midst of all this, because at the end of it, the people are the ones who are really concerned here.
Exactly, the people are the ones who feel the brunt of the whole situation happening in their country. But Thank you so much, Babatunde, for coming to throw some more light on the situation in Mali.
Thank you very much.